Hi, here's a video to help you with the assignment we're doing. And if you remember, this is the one that we used in class last week. But I was going to start with something a little easier, which I would want you to do as well. So we're just going to start with that simple polka dot so we can find that key repeat and pull that out. And that's what I want you to do from this assignment. And if you see where I went, if you remember from class, if you just Google flower fabric images, or spoon flower, should I say, let's back this up. So Spoonflower is the site, and then that way you know you're getting digital images and not someone's fabric who's like laying on a table, which would be quite a challenge to try to straighten that out and find. So remember, that's what we had used. And so what I'm going to do now, it's like any other file. You go to File, and then, oops, not that. Sorry, new computer, it's very sensitive. File, and then what we're going to do is open. Well, no, we're not, because sorry guys, this little mouse pad. There we go. File, new. Or we're not going to do new because new, remember, would open a new file in Photoshop. What we need to do is open something that we've already downloaded, which would be the image that you've gotten. So I've gotten mine, and I have put it on my desktop. So we have an image here of polka dots. And so I have this. I'm going to zoom in. Remember, Command +sign will help you do that. If you're on a PC, it's Control. Also, down here is the little zoom tool. Also, shortcut for that is Z. You hit Z, you see a magnifying glass, you hold and it can zoom in. Hold the Alt key and it can zoom back out. So we have this. It's a little pixelated because we've zoomed in, but it's still something that we can work with. So I'm going to go over here and take my cursor and hover, and you're going to see the move tool, or V. I'm going to hit V. It's going to take me back to this so I can work around. And if you notice up here, I already have my rulers up. If yours does not, what you're going to do is Command or Control R will toggle between your rulers and not having your rulers. I'm going to have my rulers because remember, we can set guides. If you go up to the ruler and you're on the actual selection tool or move tool, which is V, you can press and hold and drag. And what that allows you to do is pull down guides. You can still zoom in while you're doing this. And then I'm going to do another guide right through here. And then vertically, I'm going to half these. And if you are wondering if you can still move them, you can always go back and move them. So we'll do something like that. And then what that allows me to do is now take my, let me go over here and hover so you can see this, my marquee tool for rectangle. If for some reason yours is on ellipse, if you press and hold, it'll give you a list of what's in here. If yours, the rectangle should be the default, but for some reason if it's not, just press and hold and take it back there. And we'll talk about this a little later, especially in class. If you notice all of these tiles over here that have arrows, that means other great stuff's buried inside of there. So we'll talk about that more in later. What I'm going to do is go in my guides now, and I'm going to test if this is correct. Let me zoom in. Move that in. Deselect. Let me try that again now that I'm zoomed in a little more. So now I'm going to copy, and then I'm going to do File, New, and you can start a new document. And what I'm going to do is probably do just a custom, let's do inches over here. And then I'm going to do maybe 5 by 5 inches for this one. It should be fine. I have a new file. So I'm going to go back over here, and then with that, I have it selected. So I'm going to zoom back out so you can see. And then all you have to do now that your what you feel might be the key piece is selected, then you go to Edit, Define as a Pattern, and then go to the untitled one we just opened. And then I'm going to go Edit, Fill, and then right here, drop down. Yours might be on foreground color. If so, drop down menu, go to Pattern, and then with Pattern, go to that last pattern you created, and there it is, and hit OK, and it's going to fill, and you're going to see that we pulled out where the repeat is. So I tested it out just to make certain. So what you're going to do for me is go back to the original document. Now that we know where it is, I'm going to deselect the marching ants, and that's easily done with Command D or Control D if you're on a PC. So I'm going to hit Command D. Marching ants go away. I'm going to keep my guideline because now what I'm going to do is, remember, now that you're okay with this and this is what you want and you know it's correct, we're going to draw a box around it so I can see that you know. So I'm going to go down here to the rectangle tool. This is the rectangle marquee. This is the rectangle tool. When you select on it, this happens. Now up here, yours might come, you might already have a fill or something like that. If this has a color or if it's black or white or whatever it is, make certain to click on it and to do no fill. We just want a line around it to pull it out. So choose a color, doesn't matter as long as I can see it against the textile. Also too, I'm going to change the point weight down to, well, and you can also type it in, it makes it a lot easier. So I'm going to do 0.75, and then I'm right here. I'm going to draw the rectangle where my guides are, and that's it. So this will pop up, all the properties, make sure it's what you want, just hit the arrow, it goes away. Now hit V, which will take you back to the selection or the move tool, and then this is it. So this is what you're going to save for me. Now you can get rid of the grids and guidelines by hitting Command, semicolon, and they go away, and Command, semicolon will bring them back. Just like that. So I'm going to get rid of them. Now you're done. All you're going to do for me now is File, do a Save As. Well, just or save. You don't really need a Photoshop document of this, but so you can hit Save right here and title it what you want to title it. Polka dot 1. Format was going to be Photoshop, which will default. What you're just going to do for me is save it as a JPEG. I'm going to save mine to my desktop. Okay, hi. I mean, for this, it's fine. You can do a medium. 7. Okay, and there you go. And so you'll do 4 more of these and turn them into me, and that's it.